Hey, what's up? I'm Steven with GamePow Masters, and we got another review for you, Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. Alright, the story for Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. Alright, this is a racing game from 2001. It doesn't really have much of a story. Pretty much you push start and right away it tells you to pick a car right away. I mean, there's plenty of cars to pick, but none of them are licensed. Man, that is so true. Alright, how this works is pretty much after you've bought a car, you just go straight out to the streets of Tokyo and start battling people left and right. After you've beaten a certain amount of cars, you'll get challenged by the 13 Devils. There's, of course, 13 of them, and they serve as the bosses in the game. Other than that, the most story you'll get is being able to read the bios of all the rivals you've already beaten. Some of these people have interesting bios, and I wish it would have been fleshed out more, but there's not really much of a story. The gameplay in this is a mixture between arcade and simulation, but more leaning towards arcade. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be driving around the highways of Tokyo for a very long time. You actually drive around the streets of Tokyo more than you actually race. What you're doing when you're driving around is you're searching for other rivals to race. When you finally see one, you pull up behind it, flash your high beams, and then you initiate the battle. The way the battles work in this game, it's a lot like a fighting game, because you have life bars in the top left and right of the screen. The life bars aren't exactly the best system because you could be in front of the other car, winning the race, have a little bit of life left, bump into a wall, and then you'll lose even though you're ahead of the other racer. Don't get me wrong though, this game is still a lot of fun. It's very addictive. You'll be spending about 30 hours on this game, just driving around challenging cars left and right. Battles are only one-on-one though. Every one of these rivals is part of a team. Your objective is to take out all of the teams. After you've beaten all the members of a team, the team leader will come out and challenge you. The team leader is a lot faster and a lot harder than the rest of his team. And one thing about the teams is they all pretty much have like a gimmick. Like this team right here, they all work in one restaurant together, so they're the knife and forks. There is, however, one team that all the members are hard, and that is the 13 Devils. And like I said earlier, they serve as the bosses in the game. So pretty much after you've beaten all the teams in an area, one member of the 13 Devils will come out and challenge you. Alright, now let's get on to the purpose of what all these races are for. And that's for money. Every race you win, you get money for it. And you take that money in to go buy parts for your car. You'll be able to upgrade your engine, your exhaust, wheels, suspension, and transmission. The transmission and suspension can be adjusted, such as setting your gear ratio and changing the ride height of your car. You also have body kits and being able to change your paint color, things like that. Alright, let's get to the sound in this game. The music in this game isn't really all that great. It suits its purpose, but it's not like you'd go out and buy the soundtrack or anything. The engine sounds are okay, but they're not like as real as Gran Turismo or anything, so it's just okay for the sounds. When you hit a wall or something like that, you don't really get a very good sound. Overall, the sound of this game isn't really that great. They could have done a much better job. The graphics in this game, other than the intro, aren't really that great. You had Gran Turismo 3 out about the same time, and I mean, that game looked amazing. The menus in Tokyo Extreme Racer 2 were much better. The ones in this one were kind of boring and pretty drab. Also, Tokyo doesn't look really that great on this game. The buildings look like they could have been done on PS1. This game also came with a documentary on it. It was a pretty cool addition to the package. It was a documentary just about street racing in Japan.
Real illegal. Tokyo, 3 in the morning. Extreme racers hit the streets at 175 miles an hour.
Okay, now I know I've been ripping on this game pretty bad. That's because it falls short in a lot of departments. But it still is a fun, addictive racer. It still has an immersive experience where you feel like you want to be the best in the city and you want to beat every single person out there. I mean, sure, there's no licensed cars or parts or licensed anything at that. That doesn't mean it's a bad game. Anyway, if you like street racing games, I definitely recommend you pick this up. I'm Steven with GamePow Masters, and thanks for watching.